Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Before and After with this year, as always, Queen Crazy K. Be sure to hit that follow, that like, that share, the subscribe button on both Instagram, both YouTube. Thank you guys to those who already been watching, liking, sharing, following, subscribing on Instagram and YouTube. I really love that. Really appreciate that you enjoy what I'm doing as I enjoy doing this for you guys. I just want to give that couple shout out there and continue to invite y'all to watch, like, share, follow, and subscribe on Instagram and YouTube as you watch this and my other podcasts more like it, rapping videos, entertainment, acting, Raw, SmackDown, anything like that. Just invite you to keep on doing that for Queen Crazy Game right here, right now. You already know what it is. This and this half an hour podcast, we're going to talk about the last week, what you need to know, want to know, and all of the above. So, with further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you my Raw predictions, and then we're going to talk about what actually happened on Monday Night Raw last week. So this was my last Monday Night Raw prediction and everything. Let's turn this up so you guys can hear what's happening, what's going on. Raw predictions. John Cena returning to Monday Night Raw, the Mr. Hustle, loyalty, respect, never give up, 16-time WWE Champion John Cena, the prototype, Dr. Death and Dominance, you name it, you can't see me, all the above, the greatest of all time, in my opinion, my favorite WWE superstar who got me started into wrestling, John Cena, returning to Monday Night Raw, challenging Austin Theory, who holds it better than anybody, in my opinion, John Cena, to hold that United States Championship belt once again at the greatest stage of them all, WrestleMania, for a fourth time in his WWE career. That's my prediction. Now, he did make that challenge. We're going to see what happened at WrestleMania. And then on top of it all, we have the great Trish Stratus, that seven-time women's champion who broke the record with Lita for women to walk and dominate in a wrestling match, not some stupid pillow fight, actual championship, not a butterfly title or anything, that makes us seem like we're weak. That makes women seem like they're weak when they're a lot stronger and a lot more potential than what you try to give them a couple of hair and makeup and nails. That they're a lot stronger and tougher, and that doesn't matter if you have a pair of balls or a pair of tits, that anybody can throw down and anybody can get hurt and anybody can dominate. Anybody with a pulse can do so. And as that happens, Trish Stratus gave the stratosphere as I celebrated her last time we was on this podcast, returning, and now she will have a six-man tag team match alongside with Big Time Bex, one half of Tag Team Women's Champ at WrestleMania, main event wrestler, two belt Bex, along the side with Lita, who was also, she was on the bump as well, Trish Stratus, and as well as Lita, one half of the Tag Team Women's Champ, who also broke the record, who's a six-time Women's Champion, who has dominated and showed that, hey, it doesn't matter if you wear pants or a skirt, that you can still come out here and throw down. If you got hands to throw down, she gonna do it and do the damn thing and do it her way, and everybody's just gonna follow along and just watch as she goes. She didn't care what people say. She didn't care what people think. And as far as that goes, she did exactly what she set her mind to do. And as far as that, I celebrated Trish Stratus last time we was on this podcast. She was on this bump this past week, along with Lita, who I seen on WWE Live, probably before she came, maybe a couple months ago, maybe back in January, maybe it's longer than that. I remember seeing her return on SmackDown. But anyways, celebrate Trish Stratus and Lita. Uh, you know, dominate so much and still dominate still today. Lita being one half of the tag team women's champion, who made it possible for them to even be, to have women's tag team titles even available, let alone win one of them. And alongside with Big Time Bex, one of the horsemen who has dominated because of people like Lita. And now they get the wrestle in a six-man tag team match at WrestleMania with Trish Stratus as well. They were both on the bump with Trish Stratus and Lita. And I wanted to celebrate them last week when it was talked about, because I knew Trish Stratus was coming and Lita had already came. I was right. They got a six-man tag team match happening. Trish Stratus, Lita, Big Time bets against Damage Control at WrestleMania. As far as that goes, of course, I'm on Team Trish Stratus. and Big Time Bex and Lita's team for that six-man tag team match, along with John Cena becoming a four-time United States WWE champion against Austin Theory, who's been wanting to challenge his childhood superstar since day one, and now he's got that opportunity to put his money where his mouth is at WrestleMania. Of course, my money's on the greatest of all time, John Cena. You can't see me all day. And then, as as far as that goes, the rest that I told you a little bit of my Raw prediction, but those of you already seen it, already knows. I can show you the rest of my Raw prediction, but I just wanted to throw that out there because they were on the bump, and I want to throw out Seth freaking Rollins, who's on After the Bell. He's done it all. The Architect, Royal Rumble winner, Mr. Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble winner, WWE champion. He has won tag team champion, first ever NXT champion. He's won it all and done it all. Seth freaking Rollins burning it down. I can't wait till he does so on Logan Paul at WrestleMania for what happened on Monday Night Raw. With John Cena, like I said, with him and and Trish Ashley and Becky Lynch threw the challenge down to Damage Control, as well as Cena did to Austin Theory, and Seth was not taking an L for an answer, nor was The Miz, who is the host of WrestleMania, to get involved into it. And I wanted to show you the rest of my Raw prediction, but I wanted to throw it out there because there was on there. And also, we have the great Liv Morgan on Ask Character, who won her singles action street fight with Shayna Baszler. We had Seth Rollins get the last laugh over Theory for the United States Championship, as he has against Logan Paul, and Theory will be against Cena for next year at WrestleMania. And Alexa and the EST for the Raw Women's Championship, showing that the EST dominating Carmella out of the picture is ready for Alexa, who's, she protected the EST, helping her, as far as, I want you to be 100% at WrestleMania, so there's no excuses. Whoever wins that pinfall submission, the better woman won. Of course, my votes is on the EST all day, every day to win and still remain as Raw Women's Champion at WrestleMania, to put the T in the EST at WrestleMania. She's already put the ES, now it's time for the T to complete it. And, taking out Carmella and Chelsea Green. To me, that seems like it should have been a tag team, but they're going to have Bianca Belair. Of course, my money's on here on Chelsea Green, the singles action, but you can imagine Alexa and Carmella might get involved and lead up to that tag team, maybe. Possibly, this coming Friday, Monday Night Raw, if I'm kind of throwing in last results of Monday Night Raw towards my predictions towards WrestleMania, towards my prediction for this next Monday Night Raw, because it kind of floats in the same category, in the same situation, and it kind of leads on to what's happening now. So I just kind of wanted to talk about it as it goes on. So it leads me to exactly what I'm talking about, exactly what I'm trying to put out there, exactly what I'm trying to say. That with that being said, with that happening and stuff, and things outbreaks, and you have the domination there that you're gonna go for at all times. But Alexa did exactly what she should have done, and that just proves what Alexa and Bianca Belair, they have so much respect for each other. They have so much in common. There's so much this friendship, this tag team that they built, and that it's like the better woman's gonna win at WrestleMania between these two. But it's gonna be a dominating match. It's gonna throw down. It's gonna be one of the matches that's still the night of the show for sure. So with Alexa going out there and helping the EST, that really shows the respect that she has for the EST. That's like, I'm not gonna let you go in, not 100% at WrestleMania, because I want you to be 100% when I beat you for the Raw Women's Championship belt, the same as Bianca Belair would have done for Alexa. And on top of that, I think that Alexa just showed all her tricks now to Bianca Belair with the craziness, with the green mist, that Belair's already been able to pass through that craziness with Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship, and Alexa will be no different at WrestleMania. And she got more mad than more scared because she's already experienced that as far as her and Alexa go for that Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. And then I think Alexa has pretty much put out all the tricks and everything out on her sleeve, with that green mist being on top of what she's already done. And like I said, they both have a lot in common. They're both NXT Women's Champions. They're both dominating former Raw Women's Champions. NXT Champions, Raw Women's Champions, SmackDown Women's Champions. Alexa is one Miss Money Bank Bianca Belair has won the Royal Rumble, has won Elimination Chamber as well as Asuka's won the Royal Rumble. They have a lot in common with each other. And they've been friends, they've been tag team partners, they have respect among each other. They probably, you know, like I said, there was in NXT together as well, and it was kind of like when Bianca was an uprising star, and Asuka kind of already had the NXT legend already down before Bianca built herself to that point, because Asuka had already been there and done it. And now that they're coming cross paths again, now it's like the better woman's gonna win at this one for sure, and it's a lot of respect from amongst both superstars in their category to each other. So that's gonna be a dominating match. That's gonna be a good one as far as that goes. And I really think those really hit with this past Monday Night Raw towards the prediction for this coming Monday Night Raw to the prediction at WrestleMania, and what category, like how I think, what in order is going to still at WrestleMania, based on that. And, that's why. My prediction for next Monday Night Raw, I got my Raw results and everything here. I'm going to show you the rest of my Raw prediction. I just wanted to point that out there. Like I said, Stephon saved at the bell, added the character with Liv Morgan, the bump with Trish Stratus and Lita, and we had Finn Balor on the Celtic Warrior workout with Sheamus, who him and Drew McIntyre this past Friday night SmackDown. Got Xavier Woods out of there. Got LA Knight and Karen Cross, and that's between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, who won that Fatal 5-Way to verse each other next week on SmackDown to determine who will verse Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship belt. I'm going for Drew McIntyre's to verse Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship belt because he got screwed out of the WWE Live for before they did that Fatal 5-Way match. He got screwed out of it before that all happened. So I think it should be Drew McIntyre's for sure. The American Nightmare on Ice character for third generation this past. And I wanted to throw in some NXT because we got Johnny Gargano in NXT now with WrestleMania match. And Roxanne threw down remaining NXT champion. Hope she's okay after that. And Camille and Brian Baker for the NXT championship. That's going to steal the NXT show worldwide for sure. And I believe they said that might happen at WrestleMania or close to WrestleMania. But Johnny Gargano, he's back on NXT. He's going to the singles match, and he will be there at WrestleMania, is what, according to what my understanding is. And I still waiting for the Rey Mysterio versus Dominic at WrestleMania. I like a Rey Mysterio stood up for herself, and so did a six-man tag team match for what happened with the Fear of the Mask last week, and that they totally won with the Usos. Sami Zayn and the American Nightmare attacked the Usos. The Usos need to return the favor next week on Friday Night SmackDown to Sami Zayn and American Nightmare. Jey Uso did exactly what anybody should do. Sami Zayn made his point. Sami Zayn is the one that stabbed the Bloodline in the back when they had his back at the Royal Rumble. Of course they're going to defend himself. Sami Zayn attacked the Tribal Chief. Of course he's going to remain the Universal Champion and fight back at Elimination Chamber like he did to Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble as well. And then on Monday Night Raw, when he attacked the Usos, they returned the favor in a singles match with Solo. And Sami Zayn pulled that up on himself on SmackDown. So the fact that Sami Zayn is, everyone's talking about what Jey Uso do this and that, anybody in Jey Uso's shoes, even if it wasn't Jey Uso, what's to come to Sami Zayn, that he did what Sami Zayn deserved. And that he had it coming. Family first at all times. No matter friends or fans or any of that, no matter what anybody thinks, anybody says, any of that. None of that matters. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't change anything. Because friends will come and go. And fans will stab you in the back. And everybody's going to be crucial and want what they want you to do and put you on a pedestal. At the end of the day, family comes first at all times. Jey Uso did exactly what they should have done. The Bloodline has been together for 30 years. Bloodline has been running The Bloodline has been dominating and running WWE for over 30 years because you think, you got Rikishi, you got The Rock, you got their uncles, the first African American tag team champions. Rikishi, a dominant superstar in there. You got the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock, the Usos, the Raw and SmackDown tag team champions. And now you have the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. You got Tamina, a former WWE Women's Champion, as well as the Raw Women's Champion of Nia Jax. You got all this Simone blood running through, and many of them more dominating and destructing, cracking skulls and making blood, and dominating as champions, as superstars, as competitors, and dominating. And individuals, let alone a tag team, the Rock Nation, that was together. You know, all this Simone blood has been dominating over 30 years on wrestling. Did you really think the bloodline wasn't going to dominate in today's society on Friday Night SmackDown? And family always comes first. Jey Uso did the right thing. And Sami Zayn had it coming. He got what he deserved. Now the question is, the American Nightmare's playing with fire a little bit. I like the American Nightmare, but he's playing with fire, getting involved there a little bit. They got the best Uso last time, but I think Jey Uso is going to beat Sami Zayn in a singles action on SmackDown, and Jimmy's going to get revenge on the American Nightmare this coming Friday Night SmackDown for my prediction based on last results of there. And I think that Ricochet and Strowman should get their tag team against the Viking Raiders. Maybe a steel cage tornado match so that way Sarah doesn't get involved. And as far as that, that would even it out. And Rey Mysterio, I still want him to verse Dominic to get his final last laugh in revenge. I mean, he fought back a little bit last time, but really get revenge. Maybe a possibility at WrestleMania. He should call him out at WrestleMania this Friday Night SmackDown. For sure. And Drew McIntyre, I'm going for him against Sheamus for the Intercontinental Champions against Gunther because that happened first. And I think that pretty much covers that as far as Friday Night SmackDown results, WrestleMania predictions, next Friday Night SmackDown, based off of Friday Night SmackDown, WWE Super Showdown Live. This past Friday Night SmackDown, WWE Super Showdown Live, and WrestleMania, what's all ready to happen. And those are my WrestleMania, what still needs my prediction WrestleMania results, and my prediction WrestleMania matches, and my prediction for this coming Friday Night SmackDown, and that is why. Now, my Monday Night Raw, because that is first, based off of the Raw results, and towards WrestleMania, what needs to happen, and what I still want. Based off of the Raw results, my next Monday Night Raw prediction, Bianca Belair winning her singles action as Raw Women's Champion over Chelsea Green. Oxygen making sure Carmella doesn't get involved. And what's next for Seth Rollins to stomp Logan Paul this time and make sure The Miz doesn't get involved. And Ali, it seems like he keeps winning and liking to antagonize those in there. So maybe they can put them in a street fight or steel cage match, kind of up it up a little bit, kind of put the stacks on a little bit as far as their match. Not a regular match. A lumberjack or a tornado or like a steel cage or a street fight, I think would be pretty good to watch that one. The Beast Brock Lesnar meets face-to-face with Omos. Get all your security, all your referees, anybody and everything that is there, all the WWE superstars that you can find, because those two monsters are going to tear it down if they get their hands on each other on Monday Night Raw, for sure. And Rhea Ripley, I think she will continue to show Charlotte. She's not the same woman you versed 3 years ago. Rhea Ripley is a former NXT 1 champion just like Charlotte. Rhea Ripley has won the Royal Rumble just like Charlotte, except she survived all 29 other women, like she said she was going to do. Just like Charlotte won the SmackDown Women's Champions, like she's going to do, becoming a 14-time Women's Champion. She said, okay, Rhea Ripley has dominated with the Judgment Day and won the Royal Rumble like she said she was going to do. Rhea Ripley said exactly what she had to do to Charlotte's face once she remained the SmackDown Women's Champion over Charlotte. So I think Rhea Ripley could really be the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Charlotte's overlooking her. And Rhea Ripley this time is going to show on Monday Night Raw just how dominant and dangerous the Nightmare Rhea Ripley can really be and really get. Just to show Charlotte, You don't have her all figured out as much as you think you do. She's not the same Rhea Ripley you stepped in the ring with 3 years ago. This is a whole different level, a whole different situation, and I think Charlotte has eyes in her back of her head. I think she's really overlooking her. And as far as that goes, I think they should really put Reed and Otis against each other. I think that would be a good match. That would be a good strength match, like a armbar kind of match right there. I love those armbar matches they used to do. And as far as that goes, results of last Monday Night Raw, those are my predictions for this coming Monday Night Raw. As far as results of last SmackDown, those are my predictions for this coming SmackDown. As far as the WWE Live, those are my predictions for WrestleMania. What I still want the matches at WrestleMania, like Edge versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania and Rey Mysterio versus Edge versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania is coming Monday Night Raw, and then Rey Mysterio is coming SmackDown versus Dominic at WrestleMania. And of course, if the Judgment Day gets involved, Rhea will be busy with Charlotte. So if Finn and Priest get involved, you can imagine Rey Mysterio will have backup like he did his fast Friday Night SmackDown, that they got his back. And so I wouldn't be worried in that category. As far as that goes, that I think it pretty much clears it all. So I'm gonna take this time now, go ahead and show you this past my Monday Night Raw videos that I did. Solo picking up the victory over Sammy. Jay is showing that family always comes first. Damage to from the 6-woman match with Lita, Trish Stratus, and Becky being challenged at WrestleMania to do so and throw down in a 6-woman match. Chad went. I think they should really put Otis and Reed against each other because Reed said it's your funeral, like he's going against Chad. But I think they should put him against each other. American Night expecting John Cena to face Theory for the United States Championship belt at WrestleMania, the greatest stage in them all, to be a 4-time United States champion as well as a 16-time WWE champion. Doudrop. Now, Candice LeRae is one of them, Doudrop, and so is Nikki Cross now. And Dexter was out there with John Brown, the tag team actually with the Judgment Day, running over Dominic and Priest. They kind of get the last lap, the modeling with Otis and Seth freaking Rollins needs to burn it down Logan Paul this time for Logan Paul. That lucky punch, well, how about a lucky stomp this time? And the Miz really just needs to stay out of it. And then this is part 2 of that Monday Night Raw results as far as that goes. I just want to do my Raw prediction of last Monday Night Raw and last Raw results. Show you my little video I made towards the why my predictions make sense for this coming Monday Night Raw and WrestleMania, including this coming Friday Night SmackDown predictions, Friday Night SmackDown prediction towards WrestleMania, also the WWE Live show wrestling as well, and this would be the rest of it. Bianca Belair and Oxen fighting off Chelsea and Carmella. They really should have made that a tag team match, I think. All on the line for the Raw and Almighty. Bobby Lashley challenging to defeat Bray Wyatt. Soon to hopefully be official on WrestleMania as well, like I was talking about. And now, I'll show you a little bit. I'll show and talk about as we go. The American Nightmare and Liv Morgan, since they were on the bump and after character, wanted to celebrate them. And since Rey Mysterio inducted into the Hall of Fame, first ever Rey Mysterio inducted into the Hall of Fame for 2023, he's the first member to do so. I wanted to experience that a little bit and show you guys a little bit to acknowledge Rey Mysterio. Now let's go to my results of SmackDown first. The Usos sticking up for the bloodline. That family always comes first, absolutely. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus with that fatal 4 both wanting an Intercontinental Championship opportunity to capture it and to main event at make a WrestleMania moment. Make a WrestleMania moment as well. The greatest stage of them all. Six-man tag team match, with Rey Mysterio, somehow Charlotte, SmackDown Women's Champion with Shanti, Viking Raiders unfinished business with Braun Strowman and Ricochet. And I think she's really overlooking Rhea Ripley. Now let's celebrate Liv Morgan a little bit here since we got time. Who was on this past bump? You know, Liv Morgan in the tag team women's challenge match. This is when Liv Morgan won with Bianca Belair. Liv Morgan winning the six-woman tag team match. As she is former Miss Money in the Bank, SmackDown Women's Champion with Liv Morgan won with Bianca Belair and Asuka in the six-woman tag team match. Liv Morgan is already experienced winning tag team matches with Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott by her side. Now, with that experience from Liv Morgan winning with Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott and those six-man tag team match, of course she won it for her, Bianca and Asuka in that six-man tag team match when she's already from the White Squad had experience. Getting in the ring with Rhea Ripley like she did this past Friday Night SmackDown, or the Friday Night SmackDown before. Former SmackDown Women's Champion. As she missed Money in the Banks on the baddest woman of there is in the planet, Ronda Rousey. And that is a celebration of Liv Morgan on Friday Night SmackDown on the bump. And you know Trish and Leah, I celebrated them last week. Of course I had to do a replica of them and Cena, Seth as well on Out of Character and After the Bell. Now this is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Last one we'll do and then we'll head off here. Actually, with the American Nightmare Rey Mysterio, we got one more after this. Cody Rhodes, Tag Team Champions, playing with fire, Mr. Money and everything. That's Cody Rhodes winning the Tag Team Champions with his brother Goldust. Dominating with the 14-time World Heavyweight Hall of Fame and legendary Viper, John Cena. Hardcore Hall of Famer, legendary. Mass on myself, third generation of the great Dusty Rhodes and Goldust. Celebrating his family, all in that category. This is just my SmackDown prediction I did. Love the sixth Scream. I think it's my favorite Scream. Can't wait to Guardians of the Galaxy come out. This there's so many movies coming out, man. Gotta see Guardians of the Galaxy coming out. I gotta see Fast X that's coming out. I gotta see John Wick that's coming out. I love the six star scene of Scream, the Creed, all that stuff. Of course, I like this one better because he's attractive, than Rocky to me. But with that being said, I just wanted to add the movies in there because this is my SmackDown prediction. And that was like a, star that's a movie, a visual, like the visionary Seth freaking Rollins with vision eyes on Monday Night Rollins. Now this is the great Rey Mysterio. I'm sure we've done it in the past for the great Rey Mysterio celebrate, but he is inducted, the first superstar to induct in the Hall of Fame of 2023. Tag team champions with Batista, Hall of Fame legendary, World Heavyweight Champion, Inter number 2, winning the Royal Rumble, colliding with Chris Jericho and John Cena, the great Eddie Guerrero, and dominating still today as a Hall of Fame and legendary that Rey Mysterio is today to earn the right to be in the Hall of Fame officially. Booyaka 619, Fear the Mask, you earned it, Rey Mysterio. Just like the American Nightmare, the American Dream is what it should be as third generation, and you can't see me. Cena, Trish Stratus, you got Lita, who deserves. You got Lita and Becky Lynch Tag Team Women's Champion, Trish Stratus to win that six-way match. You can't see me, John Cena, four-time United States champion, Seth Freaking Rollins, the visionary, to capture it all and defeat Logan Paul at WrestleMania and get back what he deserves on Monday Night Raw for what he did to him last Raw. And the Miz must see. Sit your ass in the back and watch and stay out of the fight. How about that? As far as they would say. Now this is just a recap. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that follow, that like, that share, that subscribe on the both Instagram and YouTube. Totally free. Would support my channel, and I really love it and appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Queen Krazy K is out. Peace.